Hello. Hey, everybody. It's Liberty Stacking. Uh, Welcome back. I want to start off first by thanking all the content creators who have been involved with this series. Pirate Stacker, Silver Scorpion, Patriotic Stacker, and the Pistol Packing Pilot. Y'all, y'all really made this a great series. I enjoy working with all of y'all on this. Uh, I will be continuing this series on my channel. However, it is going to change. I want to put more work into the videos. So I'll probably only be releasing a video on this series once a month. With that being said, it's been a pretty rough week for me. Enjoying some Black Rifle coffee right now. Mrs. Liberty and Baby Liberty Stacking both have COVID. So I've had Liberty Stacking Jr. and we have been trying to improvise, adapt, and overcome. Because you really don't know how much your significant other helps around the house till she really can't. So today I want to talk about 3 essential things that every prepper needs. So the first is their attitude. You have to have the right attitude as a prepper. And one, you have to be positive. You can't be a negative Nancy, just, poor pitiful me. You got to be somebody that's positive. All right. The other part of that is you got to have a can-do mindset. If you say, "Oh, I can't do it," it's too hard. You're not going to do it. You're already setting yourself up for failure. Always, believe that you can do it. Now, with that, you have to manage expectations. You are not going to be Bear Grylls or, the lone survivor. You have to manage expectation. You have to look at what is your physical ability level, your age, your knowledge, stuff like that, and see if you're capable of handling the situations that you're going to be coming up against. Very plain, don't try to bite off more than you can chew, because, life will make you look like an ass. It happens to me all the time. The other thing is you got to have a mentality to expect to self-rescue. Don't expect that, there's always going to be somebody there to bail you out. If people show up to help, fine, great. But always be prepared that you may have to go it alone. And never be afraid to go alone. And the last part of your attitude is you got to be hopeful for the future. You can't just sit there and be like doom and gloom. You have to know why you're prepping. Why are you prepping? Like I live here in South Louisiana. We have hurricanes and stuff like that hit all the time here. And yes, during the hurricanes and immediately afterwards, it sucks. It sucks living in South Louisiana in August and September without power. It freaking blows. Bad. However, you can get through it. Doesn't mean saying it ain't comfortable, because it ain't. So, The second thing that you're going to need as a prepper, after you have your attitude in place, is you're going to need knowledge. And it comes in two forms: hard skills and soft skills. Hard skills are your manual jobs, your bushcrafting, shooting, trapping, all that kind of stuff. And then your soft skills are more like your medical, your comms, canning, all the stuff that's more mentally involved than it is so much physically. Your stuff that tends to be more technical. And the easiest way to do it is with our third and final thing, which is the biggest thing for preppers, which is the biggest thing most preppers forget to do, and that is practice. And by practice, I mean you go out and do whatever it is you need to do. Like everybody likes to have cool firearms, How often do you go shoot that thing? How often do you go practice shooting it under stress? And yes, while nothing can ever simulate the stress of incoming rounds, you can do things to stress yourself, whether you do calisthenics before trying to shoot a course of fire. Because I guarantee you, you're going to shoot a lot differently after you do 100-yard dash or some push-ups, sit-ups, and jumping jacks, and now you're breathing a little bit heavy. You're going to shoot a lot differently than if you were perfectly rested. So, or whether it be, like the soft skills, you go take a first aid CPR refresher course, or if you're not, go take an initial course and learn. One of the big things I've been learning is getting my ham radio license. When I started a couple years back, I am not an electrical guru. I'm not good at radio theory or anything like that. So, computers and all like that are not. That's not my forte. But with these manuals, I learned what I needed to know to get my technician's license and then my general class license. And now the only license I have to get left is my extra license. But I have a ham radio in my vehicle. I have a ham radio at my house. So a couple times a month, I turn my radios on and I try to pick up some of the local repeaters or catch people on the national calling frequencies. So, it's all the attitude and all the knowledge does you no good if you don't constantly practice. And sometimes, doing the practice ain't fun. Man, the most boring thing I ever do when I practice is doing like my fundamental stuff. Because nobody wants to do the fundamentals. I mean, everybody wants to do like when I go to some of my firearms training courses, usually the first thing we do is fundamentals. We run some reload drills, some malfunction drills, stuff like that. And then we get into the really cool stuff. But you always got to keep the fundamentals. But that's the three biggest things as a prepper that we need. We need the right attitude. We need to gain knowledge. Knowledge is so much better than having all the cool tools and toys. Because if you have the knowledge, you can take simple tools and make them work for you, just like the guy who has all the coolest, the best preps in the world. Yes, is having all that stuff nice? Yes, it is. But it's better to have the knowledge than all the preps. Like I had a firearms instructor tell us at a class. He said you would be 100 times better buying an out-of-the-box Glock and taking a $500 shooting course than you would buying a $1,500 gun. Because, and this is for an entry-level shooter. Because, yeah, this gun's going to work. It's going to be accurate. But what you need more than anything after you have the tool is the knowledge of how to use the tool. And what keeps the knowledge fresh is by constantly practicing. So, I've really enjoyed hanging out with y'all tonight. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. Y'all head over to Pistol Packing Pilot. He's going to be up next, wrapping up this series of SHTF Survival Series. Like I said, I will be continuing it on. Triple P, Silver Scorpion, Patriotic Stacker, Power Stacker. I really appreciate y'all doing this with me. It was a lot of fun, and I will see y'all guys around. Remember, stay safe and keep stacking.